Hey everyone, it's Lori and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing well today. So, it is Friday, May the 10th. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday. So, I am working today. It's a little bit after 10 a.m., I guess. Excuse the voice and the throat. Still the allergies, I believe. Fiddling around over here. So, I had came in here yesterday and day before and was gonna do some stuff, and day before gave up really quickly. I was in the mood for Tim Holtz, but once I got in here it was like no mojo, no nothing. But then yesterday I did come in here and prepare some stuff, and I was just thinking, guys, I need to use my Tim Holtz stuff, paper pads actually. But yeah, I was in the mood for Tim Holtz. So I just got to thinking, and I was thinking about make sure you guys can see this, yep, flip-flop journals. So what I did was I took 2 pieces of 12 by 12, and I actually took the same sheet instead of using different sheets, because I thought this would end up being my front and back cover, but that's not how it worked out. But anyway, I was trying to figure out how I could do like a flip-flop journal with 3 signatures, but using my paper pads. And this is what I came up with. So it is 2 12 by 12 sheets. I did cut them down. What did I cut them down to? Oh, I got it right here. I did cut them down to 11 by 9. So I took 1 inch off the top. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 inches off of the side. That way, when one sheet was folded, it was an 11 by 5. So this is going to be like a tall, skinny flip-flop something. I don't even know what we're going to call it. So I took my 2 sheets, decided where I wanted my front to be, I guess, which was right here. And just used some coffee-dyed muslin that I have. Forgot where I got that from, but I don't think that shop is actually open anymore. And just took the 2 sheets, left a teeny tiny gap. And to get that straight, I actually used my mat to get them both straight, and put washi tape here, 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 and here to hold it down, and then put the muslin. And then to strengthen that just a little bit more, because I will have a spine sewed in, or a signature sewed in here. I did it on the other side as well. So this is going to be our flip-flop. So we're going to have a signature here, and then there'll be a signature here, and then you turn it over, and there's going to be a signature here. So I thought that would just be something fun to work on. And again, I need to use my paper pads. I'm trying to use my stash this year, use it up. Let's see, I still have it right here. Excuse my fat arm. My word of the year is positivity, and my goal for the year is to use it up. So, Tim Holtz. Hadn't got out a lot of Tim Holtz stuff. I've just been concentrating on some things for the signatures. Oh, my hands are hurting really bad, guys. Yeah, I've been fighting a bit of being down and blue and depressed, and just, you know, over the pain. But we're going to truck on. Yeah, concentrating a good bit on the signatures. So I have here, I did get out some of Rachel's digitals. And one's going to be kind of a bird theme, and then I have another one over here that's going to be more floral. But I did get out Rachel's new kit. I bought it like before she even finished her video. And my printer is acting stupid. I dislike it these days. And it's like not pulling the paperwork in, and now it's like the roller on the back of my paper. It doesn't do it on the front, but on the back, it leaves all these scuff marks. So yeah, I just took 2 of her digitals and glued them in the middle, sewed them together. If you could see where I sewed around those, just with a small zigzag. And then I did score it so I could get a good fold. So we're going to use those in there, or a few of those. And then I did get, not that we're going to use all this, but I did get out some Tim Holtz cardstock and cut it down. I'm thinking maybe this would be good for like the middle of the signature. Not sure if I'll use them all or just the middle of the signature, because I actually have lots of papers. So this is just a lot of my antique and vintage, more antique than vintage. A lot of these, like all of these, are from Rachel at Roxy Creations. This one we will use probably some of the Tim Holtz fabric washi to reinforce that before we put it in. But just went ahead and went through and folded a bunch of different papers. I do have, because this is birds, I picked out my Edith Holden, the ones with birds on it. So I went ahead and folded some of those. And I also have the Janet Marshall or Marsh or something like that, her book. So I have some of hers. But yeah, more antique ledgers, some vellum that I had printed on. Rachel's worm paper that I bought. Some 1956 ledger that I had, so that's vintage. More antique worm paper, antique music sheet. This is just a big vintage dictionary that I have, and I love it because it's really sturdy pages. We're still going to have to cut those down just a little bit. So I have those. And then here are the Janet Marshall or Marsh pages. So I just did that so that can fold out. We can cover that up for writing or do something. But yeah, I folded up some of these that I thought would work good. That's a single sheet. And then that one's a single sheet. I just thought flowers. So we could always stick us a bird on here. We got some kind of little bird up here. Yeah, I can't really read what that is. Then some vintage wallpaper that I just thought would look good. I think we still have to cut this down. And I did go ahead and fold these up and cut a notch out here to make these into pockets. So I just thought those colors would go really well. And then this right here is the Illustrated London News. And I think I have like 3 or 4 of these completed magazine newspaper book. News book is what it says. December 9th, 1854. So I have out some of those. And there's our cover. So I guess we do need to figure out how to put those together. But I'm thinking maybe we will work on some ephemera. So yeah, so we have all of this in my Edith Holden books. At last count, guys, the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, I had like 29 copies. I know, I'm ridiculous. And I don't say that to brag. I just say that to tell you how ridiculous I am. Because when I find something like that and I fall in love with it, I do go overboard. And I know this about me. So yeah, I have like 29 copies and I've only torn, this is the first book. I made one really small journal. Let me grab it really quick. Like 4 years ago. It was like, well, my first and only Edith Holden book. But it was made out of a Reader's Digest. But it was like one of my very first journals I ever made. So that's the side. But yeah, this is the cover. But yeah, this is the first one I ever made. Little dangles on there. There's the back cover. Yep. A little butterfly dangle. It's got 2 signatures, it looks like. But yeah, when I very first started, that's a tree charm. Yeah, love this book. It actually just sits up on the very top shelf of one of my bookshelves in here. Just for me to look at, because I love it. And we're going to put it back right there where she goes. But yeah, so this is from my first book. And that's just 29 of the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. I have the cookbook. I have the Country Diary Book of Days. I have like a calendar. I said the cookery. Another one with herbs. The nature notes. I have maybe 6 copies of that one. Anyway, yeah, I'm ridiculous. I need to stop doing that. So I'm trying to stop doing crazy things like that. Yeah, we'll see if it works. So there's that. I pulled out some other pages that I thought would kind of go good. And looks like I do not have anyone's name on these. I have also, you know, been really crazy with digitals, and I literally have thousands. This is an actual sheet that I have, ledger book. I made copies on, see, endless copies on cardstock, never used them. These are actually 1919 American Express Company receipts. I have the originals. Excuse me. This one's 1918. So those are antique, but those are just copies of some originals. You know, just try to pick some grungy stuff. This is Digital Fit on Etsy, industrial. Thought that would work with Tim Holtz. These, I am not sure, but I believe they are French. Oh, see, this is what my printer does. And it's driving me stupid. So, I don't know what I need to do to fix that. But anyway, just some miscellaneous documents there in case we want to use them. And then there were some fun ones in here. There's a lot of Rachel's that I thought might work. Her painty papers, you know, looks like that was at Rachel's, but the majority in here are Rachel's. So we have that in case we want anything. And then this digital is Rachel's. And looks like a couple of digitals. And then a bunch of tags. And they have birds and flowers. So that might work good. I just found those last minute yesterday. I was off. Was I off yesterday? Yes, it was Thursday. Couldn't get myself together to do a video, but still had a pretty good day, despite the pain in my hands. It's just not nowhere where I wish it was, guys. It's still pretty bad. Left wrist has gotten a lot worse since I went back to work. This one, the numbness is gone, but I still have the tingly and the prickly something and sharp shooting pin pains in my hand. So it has, the numbness is better, but other than that, it's actually, oh man, yeah, sensitivity and all that, it's probably worse with going back to work than it was when I was released from ortho back in March when I went back to work. So decisions have to be made. My husband and I talked a little bit. We do have our mortgage significantly paid down, although because of me and my apparent addiction to crafting supplies, I have maxed out our credit cards like a dummy, and they have very high limits, so yeah. But we're going to work on getting all of that paid off as quickly as possible, so I am going to have to nix the spending. My friend Angela, I just attended her live sale yesterday. Just bought a few things from her and a thing or two from Carol. And I will still be attending her live sales, but I will not be purchasing because, to be honest with you guys, and like I said, I don't want to just be a Debbie Downer or whatever you want to say. I apologize to anyone named Debbie. It's nothing personal. It's just a stupid saying. Yeah, there's some days I cry all the way home, and when I get, or just about all the way home, because I know my husband is going to be home and awake. We'll work on these. These are just pieces that were left over that I cut, and the ephemera pieces from that scrapbook. This was the little, these are maybe 6x6. Yeah, and I just folded them. We're going to make us some pockets. Yeah, I will cry until I get to the road that I live on and then straighten up my face so he doesn't know that I have, you know, cried all the way home from work because my hands hurt so bad that I barely hold the steering wheel to drive home, which is not good. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and round these corners and do some ephemera. I could just grab his Tim Holtzy stuff. I've got it just behind me. It's got a rolly card all on his own. But yeah, so work has been very hard. So we talked last night about, you know, trying to get the mortgage paid off, which, you know, we owe less than $30,000, and me either going, you know, anyway, a decision needs to be made about work. I do have a pension. I've been with the company 17 years. We are a union, so I do have a pension. I really don't have a 401k because I didn't, you know, do what I should have. You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda there. But if we had those high-interest credit cards paid off and the mortgage, we would be sitting pretty, because I have an SUV and a car all paid off. He has a truck and a car all paid off. We have no other bills other than monthly bills. So yeah, we're hoping we can do something, because I told him I didn't think I could withstand this pain working 8-hour shifts like this. I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing that until of, you know, appropriate age for retirement, or financial stability, or more financial stability for retirement that we don't have right now. I mean, if my hands don't improve, which they did say it could take up to a year after surgery, and that's December, so I am still optimistic. I am still hopeful they will get better. I have started back doing my at-home therapies, hand therapies that I was doing. Hoping that will help. But yeah, I told him I can't. You know, I can't do that to myself. Not worked my whole life to have to do that to myself. So I, you know, just need to speak up. He's a very understanding, caring, loving, just, you know, all that kind of guy. So if, you know, either retiring and not working, just trying to put what my hands will allow me into this for extra income is what we need to do for my hands, because I can, you know, doing this and you're on your own time clock, you can take a break whenever you want to. When you're on somebody else's time clock, you all know, work, it doesn't work that way. Now, the question is, I think I want a gusset in these guys. Let me grab some coffee dyed real quick. Sorry about that. I'm going to just get some of my... Oops, sorry guys. Might be a 30-second dance party here. But let's see if I can just find my kind of old, messed up, yeah, right here, coffee dye that I did. Yep. Just some grunginess I'd made for myself. Pull those out to do those gussets. Oh, and I want to do some, see all that mess? I love it. It's good for the grunge. Okay, let's get our tear roller. I don't know what I was saying, guys. Oh, I want to do some pads. Yeah. Some little tear pads, or anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Scrappy pads. Let's see. I don't know. How much do we want that? Maybe. Let's do it this way. Maybe it'll go better. Try to get it lined up. You know, paper changes its shape when you dye it. About right there, I'm thinking. Let's tear us. Yeah, that'll be good enough for a gusset. Tear us some strips, because I have quite a few. What do we have? 4 or 5? I want to make, and I just threw that one in the floor. I'm sure I have strips somewhere, but I totally forgot to get them out, so we'll just do this. I need to use it up anyway, right? I don't know if I've ever used any of this grungy coffee dye that I did. But yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to come on here and I just got off on a tangent, didn't I? But, yeah, I've been, just pretty depressed about the lack of progress, I guess. And, when you're down, that's when the devil beats on you. So then, I've just been asking the question why this whole series of events happened in the first place and why me and, all this crap. I think I've had enough trials and tribulations since birth. I'm not sure why I was given this one, but anyway, I know there's nothing I can do about it, but do the best I can. Yeah. It's going to be a hard decision just for me, because I've worked, guys, since I was 15 years old. And back in actually 2006, 2007, the end of 2006, I was able to, we were financially where we had bought this house, paid cash, and, had no credit card debt and no mortgage. And we were to the point where I didn't have to work. So I did stop working. It was a good time, I think, to stop during that period because the girls were getting ready to graduate. Angela actually graduated in, I think, 07, and Veronica in 09. And is that one going to be long enough? Oh, yes. Look at us go. Perfection. Now, let me just see if I can get this folded or not. So that was a good time for me not to be working, but I literally lasted like 9 months maybe. Well, from August till April. August 06 to April 07. And they were in the process during that time of building the Kroger. And, it's on the bypass, which they, shortly before they started building that, got complete, which bypassed our poor little city of Jefferson, because every time the Georgia Bulldogs in Athens had a game, every bit of that traffic of people who came in or went to the game would come through our little bitty town. And it was just, I mean, that's too much for our little bitty town. You blink and you miss it. And back then, literally, there were 2 red lights, and that was it. But they put the bypass up to bypass all that Georgia Bulldog game traffic out of the inside the city limits. On the square is what we call it. Tear a little bit of that off. And they were building the major retail grocery chain. There we go, we'll just say that I work for. And anyway, Veronica and I had actually went to 85, which is what we call that area where you get on 85 at the highway, main highway here, expressway, whatever, interstate. There we go, there it is. And we went straight that day instead of making a turn before there, and they had a big sign up that they were taking applications. So we stopped, got the web address. No lie, it was a Friday night. Came home, we both did the application because she was 16 and wanted to work part-time while in school. And now look at her. She's been there 17 years. Her first and only ever job, and she plans on retiring from there. But yeah, so they actually ended up calling us for an interview the next day, and we both got hired. But yeah, I only made it 9 months because I had worked since I was 15. I love working. I think it's maybe, I love having a purpose. I love being needed, I guess. I don't know, but I just not, I mean, If you're a stay-at-home person, more power to you. But, you know, I just work. Okay, so now we're going to glue these in. Get my brain to glue it in the right way here. But yeah, so not working and retiring right now or going down to part-time is just not something I want to do, but sometimes, I mean, it's still going to be, you know, years, I'm sure, a couple at least. Oops. But yeah, we're going to have to figure this out and go ahead and make a decision and bite the bullet and do what we have to do, because yeah, take this pain every day. It's crinkly. Maybe we can get it in some. Okay. But yeah, so we'll see. We're just going to, you know, do what we have to do, get everything paid off, and then go from there and see where we are. I'm hoping there'll be improvement, and I have another, you know, 10 years of work on me. I will be, let's see, next Thursday is actually my birthday, and I will be 53. So, still awful young to, you know, medically have to stop working. I don't want to. It's so sensitive. But, yeah, I've pretty much spent my whole life putting my children and others first. I'll put that on there the wrong way. Lori. Good thing it's going to come right off. Yeah, should have been that way, right? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we'll see. I just talked to him last night and told him, you know, how it was, that it wasn't going as well as I was letting on. It's been pretty rough. Then I put it up too far. I'm not good with these gussets at all. Oh well. Maybe it'll be alright. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Look, in that part I glued it down. Why did I think I could do gussets, guys? Alright, let's just glue it up. Maybe we won't do the gussets on the other ones, because apparently I'm no good at those. Try to get it straightish there. If not, we can clean up what we need to clean up. Yeah, that's not straight at all. We got to figure out how we're going to close it too. Okay, let me see if I have something that'll fit down in there. Yeah. Oops, that didn't close up. Here. That's probably where I moved it. Anyway, it's not going to be perfect, but I think it'll be fine. Well, maybe we'll do one more with the gusset and then leave the gusset doings to the experts, which is not me. But I hope you're all doing well. I'm not sure when you'll see this video. Yeah, that one wasn't long enough, but I don't care. I don't care, y'all. It'll still give us a little bit of something. That one's a bit short too, but again, it's okay. We are getting together for Mother's Day. I'm working the whole weekend today. Friday, I'm closing. Again, not sure when this video will post. That's not where that goes. Saturday, 10 to 6. Yes. And Sunday, I am working 6 to 2. Mom, Pop's coming over. We're going to cook out for Mother's Day. All my kids and grandkids will be here. My brother and his wife's coming. Unfortunately, we'll just be missing Ladybug because she couldn't get out of work. She works for a restaurant, which will be booming. And I will not be caught anywhere near a restaurant on that day. I think we did it 1 year, and then it was like, okay, we'll never do this again. So, yeah, we're just going to cook out here. Okay, so there's those. Yep, we got a bit of a gusset in both of those. So, the other ones, we're just going to forget the gussets, and I'm just going to glue them down. Put my glue up. Not sure why. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and if it's past Mother's Day when you see this, which it probably will be, I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day and was able to spend time with your family. And those who don't have your mothers with you anymore, I will send up a prayer for you. Not going to be able to imagine, I can't even imagine that, but thank the Lord I still have my mom. Again, her birthday is tomorrow, the 11th. Oh, I still need that out. So yeah, my husband's birthday was the 8th. Mine's the 16th, and my brother's is the 4th. So Veronica's going to pick up a big sheet birthday cake. So we're just going to celebrate all of our birthdays Sunday too while everyone's here. All of the birthday people will be here. So I am excited and looking forward to that. So we're just going to do quick, easy, and fast hot dogs. Just hot dogs. I'm going to do my mom's famous in our family, baked beans. And Angela is going to do coleslaw. Veronica's bringing the cake. And we'll have chips. And we're going to bring out, you know, we've got chalk. And kids like to, when we have get-togethers like that, draw hopscotch, yeah, in the driveway. And play hopscotch, I can't talk. Hula hoop, jump rope, things like that. So, yeah, we're just going to play games. I got to get with Veronica and get her to bring some other games if they have any. Oh, all right, guys. So I have blabbled through that, but we did end up making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. And yeah, we'll dress these up. Maybe in the next video, that's where we'll start. Excuse me. See, this is still coming up, so probably should have did the gussets anyway. Oh well, we'll worry about that next time. All right, guys. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.